what I'm doing today, I've literally decided to pick up this camera about 5 minutes ago. So I've got like half my makeup on, but Chris has started a new diet with his new coach and it's really clean and he's doing really well. So I'm starting with my new coach tomorrow. So I've just been watching him do this diet for like the last 2 weeks and his whole body has changed. Anyway, I'm curious and I wanted to give it a go. So he's on, I think, over 4,000 calories. Now, I'm not going to eat that much, but just want to show you sort of what his diet consists of in like a mini version of that. So I'm going to do the mini version. I'm excited because there's a lot of fats in this, in his plan. So we are going to start with a, whoops. I know he starts his day with just fats and protein and some veggies, and it's really focusing on like his gut health. So that will be really interesting. So let's go have a look. Oh, sorry. Chris starts his day on fats and, oh god, this is my cigarette. So fats and protein. How much steaks here? So he's got eye fillet steak. How much steaks here, babe?
250.
250 grams of eye fillet. How much avocado? That's a lot of
125 grams.
125 grams of avocado, sauerkraut and asparagus. Now he starts his morning off like that. Then you'll see over the course of the day that we start introducing carbs pre and post workout. And yeah, and then I'm going to do my mini version. So I'm going to have, what am I having? Steak.
Yeah, you got steak.
That's it, steak. So where's my steak? Here's my steak. So I'm not going to have asparagus because I actually don't like asparagus. How much steak have I got?
120 grams.
120 grams. So I've got 120 grams. That is not cooked weight. That is raw weight. I've got a different sauerkraut. I've got beetroot because I personally can't tolerate cabbage. That's my fructose situation. So I've got this one. Yeah, and then we're going to have, what carbs have we got before?
Grams of oats and 150 grams of banana before I train.
Yeah, that's gluten-free. I'll show you the gluten-free oats. And then you've got protein powder. So just those ones with the gluten-free oats. Chris used to always have macro mic. We're up there. So we always used to have the macro mic protein. And since starting with this new coach, he's gone and got no whey. I personally don't like this one. It's a collagen one, so when you mix it, it does have flavor. It has no like color or anything. You know, when you mix some proteins, it changes the color of the oats and makes it a little bit thicker. This one's a lot different. So you've got to have a little bit more of it because there's not as much protein in it per scoop as like a vegan or a whey protein, but we'll give that a go, and that's going to be before our workout today. Here's a scoop of these daily greens, which I'll get out here. So the daily greens, here's this one, fiber, adrenal RX. These ones, cardenine, that's meant to be in lemon water, warm lemon water before he gets up. Have you had that?
Yep. Liver support.
Berberine, which is a liver support. 2 of these ones. What are these for?
Not sure, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Omega-3. Oh, so they're just fats. And all these you have in the morning. What do you have during the day? Do you just have these same ones, or?
I have a liver one and a digestion one with every meal. Z-Mag after a train. I have intra-workout carbs, and then I have 2 adrenals at night time.
Okay, so I've just finished mine, and to be honest, I'm still a little bit hungry, but we're about to head up to Brisbane for Chris to see his coach, so I'm just going to come along for the ride. Yeah, so I only had a little bit less, I had a lot less amounts than Chris, just because his food plan is quite, you know, high in calories, and I don't really need that or feel I need that today. Just purely doing like a smaller version of what he's doing, just to see what my body feels like on sort of a lot more fats than what I'm used to. I've already had my coffee this morning, so when I first wake up I have my before you speak. It's starting to get really hot here. I'm sort of not really craving it as much as what I did when I was in Melbourne when it was colder. I don't know, I just feel like I've got more energy since being up here, whether it's the vitamin D. I don't know, I'm just not craving my coffee as hard as what I used to. We're about to leave soon, so we're gonna start, I guess, prepping our pre-workout meal. I'm gonna be training lower body, so yeah, but I think I might mix my own protein. So I've got Topeka. I haven't had it for a little while, so since I finished my last coach, I sort of took a break from it and tried to work out a little bit more about my stomach. So I took a break. So I do have this one. So it's the lean protein vanilla. I change protein powders so much, so as long as I have this all the time. So I'm going to put that in these oats and I'll show you a bit later. So in the morning, I don't have that many supplements like Chris does. I've got, if you can see, and the detox and deep bloat. So I have these sometimes. If I'm having a really bad day, I'll have them 4 times a day, but I usually take them after breakfast because there's no really point in having them before. I get pretty instant relief from them. When I first started using them, all it did was give me a stomach ache, but I think my body's a little bit used to them because there's a lot of active ingredients in it. I will have 2 of those now. Evening primrose. So I take that 2 in the morning. Are you about to take your green powder? How much do you want of it?
I don't know what it says.
And I'm going to try this one as well. So it says 1 to 2 scoops daily. Ugh, that's a lot. So hopefully it tastes okay. I go through stages. I haven't really ever had the need to have one of these daily greens just because I have so much in my diet anyway. Too much fiber tends to irritate my stomach. So I'm going to give it a go just purely for taste. He's not gonna like that at all. I'm all into my greens and stuff and supplements, and I always see the benefit in it, but that's really hard to get down. Like, I can taste the flavor, it's just I don't really like that stuff.
Why isn't there more water with it?
You can put more water, I guess. So we've got 150 grams. Chris is having, he'll have that a little bit later just before we work out. Say like an hour before.
Yeah, half an hour before.
Blend it up because we don't have the quick oats. 40 grams of the, the No Way collagen powder, which I'm not going to do. 150 grams of banana. So that's about 2 bananas. I'm going to do the same thing with the oats. However, I'm going to do the Topeka protein because I don't like that protein. Can I have some oats? I'll do 60. I won't have banana. Bananas are really high in fructose, which I can't have fructose. Ask if it's almonds.
Is it almond milk?
Pardon?
Almond milk?
Yeah.
Thank you.
We've just seen Chris's courage and he was lucky enough to get a refeed meal. So he's just downed a birthday cake flavoured daytime and he's about to do one of these. We're about to train, which is a little bit later than what we normally would, but we're just trying to cram everything in. So this one's going to go down pretty easy. And then what are you going to have once you've done?
I've got 200 grams of chicken and 300 grams of rice. And 100 grams of veggies.
And I went to have that oatmeal and it looks, because I've got vegan protein and it's actually disgusting. I couldn't really finish it. So I've ditched that and I've had half of that. So we've just got back from Brisbane and seen Chris's coach. So I'm in a bit of a rush because I've got a job interview. So I'm just quickly having like my lunch meal. I literally half ate the oats because it was like putrid. So I'm really hungry, really lightheaded. I'm gonna have 200 grams of cooked rice, tuna. In this case, Chris would be having veggies, rice and chicken. Actually do not have time to make chicken, so I'm gonna throw it together, eat it, go, and then I've got a little bit to catch up on later tonight. But please don't judge this shirt. This is Chris's shirt. I've literally just come home from a job trial and it's storming, it's raining. All I wanted to do was jump into something comfortable. So this is literally Chris's. But this was meant to be a full day of eating like Chris, but it has been a really hectic day. We've been to Brisbane, we trained, we ended up training arms. I was meant to train legs, but we literally didn't have enough time, so we trained arms. I had to scoff down the tuna and rice meal literally in like 0.02 seconds, then went to the job trial. So I'm back. Chris ended up having a refeed meal because his coach said to. I'm definitely not going to have that. I don't need a refeed meal. So I'm going to see what we have in our this is literally so unorganized. So because it was such a sporadic decision this morning to film it, I'm so exhausted. So generally Chris has, after his lunch, so he would have had, I had tuna and rice, he would have had chicken, rice and veggies. Now I didn't have enough time to make the veggies or the chicken, so he also has another meal, and it's a fats and proteins meal. He will have generally sauerkraut. I know he has 60 grams of like mixed nuts, but he has macadamias, chicken again, and just like green veg. And then he has his dinner. So dinner is generally rice and 2 fillets of salmon. He has pineapple for dessert, pineapple and cinnamon. Now this is a really weird thing. So I'm quite severely fructose intolerant. Now fructose intolerance is very different in everyone. I've gone years not being able to have onion and garlic, a lot of fruit. I can't have, a lot of you may be thinking onion and garlic, that is like so hard, and it actually isn't. I don't cook with onion and garlic. So I also can't have bananas. Sometimes I can tolerate more of some things than others, and things are getting better. A lot of people say, oh, you don't have intolerances forever, but my stomach's been through trauma. I just do what works. I don't need to force myself to have these foods because I don't really notice anyway, so whatever. I've gone so long not having pineapple, and literally I had it the other day just because I was like, what a weird dessert, but I'll give it a go. And look, I got really bad, like I get like really tingly lips, but that wasn't like the normal reaction I normally get from pineapples. So I actually really like the taste, so I'm gonna have that tonight with Chris. I don't think there's enough salmon, so what I'm gonna do is I'll have rice, veggies and some turkey. There's the pineapple. Look at this. Rah, 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 rah. Chris has this salmon here, so we get it, he gets it frozen just because it's easier. Easier than fresh all the time.
And then just the water when you go back there. Oi!
So we got salmon, rice. How much rice?
We've got 150 grams uncooked, so weighed uncooked. That's why it looks a little bit more than 150 grams here. 200 grams of salmon, and then we've also got 25 grams of coconut kefir that I've poured over the top of it because I missed it in meal number 3.
Thanks, I didn't ask, but anyway.
Just for the viewers that were wondering.
I didn't really care.
Everyone sort of was wondering a bit.
Every night Chris will have that, or he's been having that for the last couple of weeks. And then we've got pineapple later with cinnamon, which is such a big change from all the other carbs and stuff. But you feel a lot cleaner, hey?
I feel cleaner.
Good morning. So I've literally spent like 5 minutes trying to focus this camera. Fingers crossed it's focused. I think I need to get my eyes tested. But yeah, so last night I went to sleep really quickly again, and I didn't get to film my pineapple that I had with cinnamon. In total, Chris eats about 4,500 calories completely clean. So I didn't have 4,500 calories. I didn't feel as though I need to. I only trained arms as I was just so busy, and for some reason I am really sore. I was going to wake up and train legs this morning, but I'm not sure what it is. I'm just feeling really lethargic, which sort of links into my next little topic of a little update of my period. So I've been using the Flow app just to help gain a little bit of understanding of what my cycle could possibly be. Like I said in the last video, I don't really know. Currently I'm meant to be ovulating in 2 days. It's really cool. You've got to like put in your like all your symptoms and things like that. It's really, I don't know how accurate it is, but it's really detailed. But in terms of inflammation and mood, I can tell I haven't got contraception in. When people say it feels like a fog has lifted, I feel so good without it. I don't know how to explain it, and I don't think it's a placebo. I'm feeling a lot better, and like I've got control of what will happen with my body because there's nothing else artificially impacting it. I'm not sure if that makes sense. I'm starting to feel really good. Like this is a really good choice. My phone's going absolutely bonkers. Okay, so I am training. This morning, a little bit of a jump of a story. This morning I'm starting with a new coach, which is exciting. So like I just said, I wasn't meant to train, but I think I'm gonna train. But I'm getting my food done today. So me and Chris will be dieting and prepping together. We're hoping to compete early next year. Woo! So that's exciting. I think I'm still focused. Whoa, I'm really pale. I need to go into the solarium. I've not been in there for like 3 weeks just because it's so hot. So period, we'll just wait and see. At the moment I'm feeling really good. I'm meant to be ovulating in 2 days, so I guess I could get pregos if I wasn't careful. we'll leave that. Getting back to what this video was about, eating Chris's diet. Now I woke up really flat, really like I'd been sucked in. Just to emphasize that low fat diets in particular over all the other fads and shit is quite important to avoid or not buy into, because fats are so important for the female reproductive system and males. So don't go do a low fat diet. I've just had 1 day and I've had more fats than what I have been on, and I feel frigging fantastic. I can go toilet, which is generally a struggle for me. That's a bit too much. So, ladies, please, if you are tracking your food, take it upon yourself to program yourself at least 45 to 50 grams of fat. You'll see a complete difference. If that bumps your calories up and you're following a certain calorie bracket, then pull the other ones down. So, leaning back to what I was saying, following Chris's diet yesterday and having a lot more fats has left me waking up feeling really good. I still feel a little bit groggy, but I'm starting my new food plan with my new coach today, and hopefully all these like little minor energy slumps, mood swings and things like that will be tied into coming off contraception and my hormones just finding their balance, but also getting the clean diet to support those changes in my body. This morning I wasn't really hungry. I tried having my before you speak coffee cold just because I was really not vibing a hot coffee. It wasn't the same. Because I think I'm about to train, so I've already had some chicken, avocado and tuna this morning. Don't judge, that's so weird, but I wasn't really hungry. I'm going to get some carbs in me. Gluten-free oats, or should I have rice and tuna? Now that I've been having a lot more savory things and a little bit more of a balanced diet, I'm actually not craving things like protein powder and sweet stuff, like sweet sugar-free syrup and stuff like that. Like I literally don't crave it. Like I'm not looking for it since starting my day off with some savory stuff, like more whole foods. Not that protein powder in that is bad, it's just, at the end of the day, protein powder is refined. I do take breaks from it because of just the health of my gut, but because my body has gone through trauma, I do like to take breaks from certain foods and reintroduce them. There'll be times where I'm really feeling quite yuck and I have to eliminate them completely. When I'm going through a good phase of gut health, like my gut's really good, my stress and cortisol's down, I can tolerate certain foods a little bit more than usual. I really don't know where I was going with that. But anywho, so I'm not craving all the sweetie stuff anymore. So, hold on. We're trying to work out if I can train before or after I'm a bit close, aren't I? I am such a morning trainer. Now, I was meant to be training I was planning on training at like 7:15, 7 o'clock this morning, just before I'm meant to see my new coach at 10:30. Now, we are being thrown around, and all I want to know is, do I have carbs to eat right now before my training session? What is this? I guess that's the leftover oats. We'll see how much is in that. I don't really like collagen protein powder, but it's got me thinking. I think I feel like this. Natural peptides, natural caramel flavored xanthan gum, coconut, MCT, ground vanilla beans. Hey, let's give this a go. You have to see how shit this consistency is. It is lumpy. I really don't want to eat it. It tastes actually alright, but I don't really want to chew my porridge. So. Wow, I actually can't believe I ate that. It is just after 9 now. Yes, so I'll leave you here because this camera is about to die. It's flashing, it's telling me it's gonna die, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I will keep doing these because I've worked out how to edit. Not good at editing, but I've worked out how to do it. So that basically was what I ate mini version of Chris, and a little bit of other random input from me. So I will go now. Bye.